My name's Kim, I'm from Scotland and I had breast augmentation. I chose KCM because I had surgery elsewhere and it didn't go to plan. I was left with really bad complications after the breast augmentation. So I done a lot more research this time round and chose my surgeon here. Because it was a revision breast augmentation, I just couldn't, comprehend spending that much money. I got some quotes, but I was looking well over £10,000 to have revision surgery. So I chose to come to KCM again and have revision surgery with a specialist in breast surgery. The pre-op tests are really intense. The staff have your best interests in mind at all times. The consultations are really well. The surgeon spends a lot of time with you, going through your expectations, doing all the measurements, explaining why the surgery went wrong the first time with the previous surgeon, how they can correct it, but also giving you realistic expectations. The staff, the drivers, the nurses, the coordinators, everybody just knows their job and they do it all well. My hopes for the future are that things go well with the recovery. I feel this time I've got a lot more information on post-op care. I know what to expect. The last time I had it done, I was discharged after 24 hours and never saw a doctor or nurse again at the previous clinic. This time I know that I'm going to have 5 or 6 days worth of checkups with the nurses, with the surgeons. I've got detailed information what I need to do when I go home. Got a really good compression support bra. I didn't have anything like that beforehand, so I'm really looking forward to recovering well this time and to hopefully all going well and that they look and give me the confidence that I've lacked over the past couple of years. So originally you have your online consultation where you send some photographs and you complete the medical forms, and then you're told that you're pre-qualified and what you should expect. But it's when you arrive that things really get underway. Your pre-op tests, as I said, the consultation with the surgeon, the examination, you just don't see the surgeon once beforehand. You might see them for a few times beforehand, choosing the implant, the sizes, the shapes. I know beforehand it could be very nerve-wracking and you feel very nervous, but when you get there and when you get to the hospital, even when you meet the driver, your nerves start to go, and then you get to the hospital and you start maybe see other patients going around like I have, and you meet the surgeons and the nurses, and you just day by day, as time goes on, all the nerves and all the worries start to go away. And when you get here, you see how advanced the hospital is, how amazing the surgeons are. They aren't just normal plastic surgeons. These surgeons, my surgeon specialises in breast surgery, and that's what I wanted this time around. Someone that knew exactly, why it's gone wrong and what they can do to rectify the issues. So yeah, when you arrive, that's when you really do start to become more at ease. If you are thinking about having surgery, then definitely do research. Try and get recommendations from people that have actually been to these places. Find out the surgeon's real names. Go online, look at their credentials, see their qualifications, see how long they've been doing these surgeries. Find out what kind of implants they use. I thought I was having a certain kind of implant, and it turns out that it wasn't, and I only know that after the implant was removed here at KCM. So really do your research, and it's not worth saving a few £100 going someplace else. It's your life and it's your health, and the surgery going wrong really made me ill. Because my body started to reject the implant. So just really choose a really good surgeon, hospital, and make sure that the implants are a really well-known manufacturer. I would recommend KCM Clinic for a few reasons. I've been a few times now and so has my family and friends, and that's why we continue to recommend KCM. But most importantly, it's because it's not a clinic, and I think a lot of people forget that. KCM is a large international hospital and they have really good specialist surgeons that specialise in specific parts of the bodies. You know, they do really, really good pre-op tests beforehand, not just a blood test. You know, you're in for a good 3-4 hours having different kinds of tests. You've got really good aftercare. Even when you go home, you can return for checkups, or you can email in your photographs, and you can have video consultations with doctors afterwards. So I would recommend KCM for all the reasons, for the overall pre-surgery care, but also post-op care as well. When I actually arrived at the airport, I was greeted by the driver, but there was also another lady there as well, and we shared the transfer back to the hospital. There's a few other ladies going around as well, all having different kinds of surgeries. We're all in the same hotel and we see each other often, and we've become really good friends, and we can support each other. We're all in the Facebook group. We have like a little WhatsApp group where we all speak and chat to one another. So it's been really good coming alone, but actually meeting people here who's going through the same thing.